Hi, everybody. Happy Sunday. Hope everyone is doing well on this Sunday afternoon. I'm excited about today's show of Tisha's Tea Room. It's going to be a great show today. Hi, Viet. Glad you can make it. My guest will be coming on momentarily. All right, I got one guest coming in. Hello, hello.
Hey.
All right, we're going to wait for my next guest to come in. So hopefully she'll be on momentarily, and then we will get started with this show. I'm excited. I'm excited to have you on.
It's nice to be on.
So hopefully she'll be on in just a second, and we can go ahead and get started. If not, we'll go ahead and hi, Tammy.
Hey, Tammy.
Thanks for watching. This is going to be a great chat in the tea room. I'm excited about this episode today.
Love you too, Tammy.
Love you too. Thank you for your support. Thank you for everyone that is getting on. Welcome, welcome. Hey, Toya.
Hey.
Hey, friend.
Hey, cousin.
So we'll give about another minute. We'll give another minute, and then we'll go ahead and get started. And hopefully my next guest will come on because I do want to talk with her too. But for those that are watching, welcome, welcome. We're getting started in just a few minutes. Hopefully she's not having any technical difficulties. Hopefully everybody is having some wonderful weather where you are. Here in Maryland, it's a little where I am. It's a little cloudy today. It's raining a little bit, but I think the weather is finally breaking. Fall is my favorite season, so I'm ready for fall. I'm ready for the sweaters. I'm ready for the boots. I'm ready for football, all that good stuff. So yeah, I like summer, but I've had enough for the year. So it's time for fall. Time for fall.
Yes, I'm ready.
You ready too? All right. All right. Well, we're gonna go ahead and get started. Hopefully, my other guest will come on momentarily. I think she's having some technical difficulties, and we know how technology is. It can work 1 minute, and then the next minute it can be all messed up. So once she comes on, once I get the notification that she is on, I will bring her in. But without further ado, hi Ashia. Without further ado, this is Tisha, your favorite breast cancer survivor from Tisha's Tea Room, the place where conversations conquer cancer. And today is a very special episode. I'm actually so excited about this episode. This show, I am talking with a thriver, which is a word that I got from one of my breast cancer sisters, a thriver. She is a survivor that is from my hometown of Chester, South Carolina. So today is my hometown episode. So I wanted to have some thrivers come on that is from my hometown and just give them a chance to share their stories, because we never know who is out there watching. Their stories can definitely be an encouragement to someone else that is out there. So without further ado, one of my guests that is on right now, again, is from my hometown of Chester, South Carolina. Please, everyone that is watching, give a warm welcome and hello to my friend, my sister, my survivor sister, Miss Gail Boyd. Hey, Gail.
Hello.
How you doing?
I'm fine. How you doing?
I am so good. I am so good. I am so thankful. First and foremost, thank you for coming on and just sharing your story. I want you to just first and foremost just talk to us a little bit about your journey. When were you diagnosed? How old were you when you were diagnosed? What stage were you when you got diagnosed, and a little bit of your treatment?
Well, I was I think I was like about 48 when I was diagnosed 6 years ago. I'm 52 now.
Oh,
And
there she is.
hey,
Hey, how are you?
good.
And you keep going, Gail. And my other guest, I'll introduce you once Gail finishes.
Oh, okay. But yes, I'm a 6-year survivor. But yeah, I was 48 when I was diagnosed. And basically, I was doing well. I feel like what I was doing around that time, I was exercising, eating, and doing everything right.
Right.
And I was recovering basically from a back surgery when I found my lump.
Okay.
I felt a lump in my right breast, and it was a stage 2.
Okay. I was
Breast.
stage 2 as well.
Oh, okay. But yeah, going through all of that, went to the doctor. Basically, I didn't think it was a cancer at all. I thought it was a cyst because I'm normally having cysts in my breast,
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
it wasn't even alarming to me. And then when I went on, they set me up for a mammogram, ultrasound, and everything. And then I went for a biopsy after that when they seen it was a tumor.
Okay.
But basically, when I had my it take about 3 days before they call you, but they called me in 2
Okay.
2 days to let me know that
Yeah.
it definitely was cancer. and I just felt like my whole world was upside down.
Mm-hmm.
And while I was going through, when I got the news and everything, I didn't want to tell anybody. I didn't want to even share it with anyone.
Right. Right.
And but I knew I had to share it with someone,
Mm-hmm.
and I shared it with one person. It was my friend guy, and he just encouraged me to at least tell my mom and my sister
Okay.
about it. But you be in this place that you don't want to share it.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
for me, it's not nothing. It don't means I don't love my family. How you going? How you going to basically digest what been told to you and be able to tell someone that you
To
love?
tell somebody else.
Yeah,
Exactly.
you
Exactly.
got
All
to
those
process
thoughts
it.
go in your mind.
Yeah, you have to process it first
Exactly.
before you can even talk about it.
Exactly.
To
And
get to
that's
that
a hard
place,
pill to swallow.
that is very hard, and that's why I try to tell my friends and family. It didn't have nothing to do with I love you so much,
Right.
but it was so hard for me to tell you.
Right.
That was something
Right.
I had to deal with. It ain't have nothing to do with you. It's just something with me.
Right.
And people have to understand that and take themselves out of the equation
Mm-hmm.
and just basically think about the person that really going through.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
because the person that going through it, they have to process it.
Yeah. Was there any history in your family?
No history whatsoever.
Same here. I
Mm-hmm.
was the first in my immediate family. I had a great aunt on my paternal grandmother's side that
Mm-hmm.
had breast cancer, but I was the first on my immediate side. And yeah, when I'm like, and for me, when I got diagnosed, I was always under the impression that cancer was something that older people got.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah.
never knew until I got diagnosed, and I was diagnosed at 36. I never knew that there were women younger than me. There were girls in their teens, in their early 20s that were getting diagnosed.
Mm-hmm.
And so yeah, it's hard. You got all these emotions, all these thoughts going in your head. Like you said, you got to process it first before you can share it with anyone else.
Mm-hmm.
What was your treatment?
I had chemotherapy.
Okay.
Then also I had radiation.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Same. So did you have when you got the tumor removed, did you have a mastectomy? Did you have a for those that are watching, mastectomy is the removal of the breast, or did you have a
I
lumpectomy, which
had a
is
lumpectomy.
I did too. So a
Mm-hmm.
lumpectomy is just a partial mastectomy.
Mm-hmm.
It's just removing the tumor from your out of your breast. And I also had 8 lymph nodes removed as well because it had spread into my lymph nodes. So I'm not sure if you had
I had
any
2 of my lymph nodes
to
removed,
remove.
but
Okay.
I have, believe it or not, praise God that um, the chemo did exactly what it's supposed to have done,
Mm-hmm.
and I just had to go through the process of radiation.
Okay.
But it had killed that cancer. The radiation they had gave, the chemo they had gave me, it had
Okay.
killed that cancer. But they took 2 lymph nodes out. It didn't even get outside of the tumor. Praise God.
Wow. Praise
Yeah.
God. Praise God. All right. Well, I'm going to bring my other guest in. She is finally here. I'm so glad to see her, Miss Sabrina Isom, who is also a thriver, who is also, again, from my hometown of Chester, South Carolina. Again, this is the hometown episode. So, Sabrina, thank you for taking the time out and coming in the tea room and just sharing your story. As I shared with those that are watching before you came on, I created this platform to give survivors, those that are actually going through breast cancer, just to give them a safe space, a platform for them to come on, to share their stories, to vent. We're gonna laugh, we're gonna cry, we're gonna do whatever. And I know that this is your first time sharing. So let me be the first to say thank you, thank
Mm-hmm.
you, thank you, because a lot of women, when they are going through, a lot of people don't want to share. And I am just so thankful that you took that step. So with that being said, everyone, please welcome my friend Sabrina Isom to our to the tea room, and then I'm going to have you just to share a couple of minutes about how old were you when you were diagnosed with breast cancer, and what was your treatment?
I was 37.
Okay.
I was in stage 2, I think.
Okay.
I was in stage 2. I found the lump maybe like February, March
Okay.
of 2017. I was scared. To be honest, the lump, it didn't hurt. It didn't do nothing. It was just there. So I wasn't too thrilled about going to get it checked out, because I was like, felt like I had time.
Right.
So I kind of waited, and that's my point, to tell people, please don't wait. You find anything, just go get it checked out, because I waited so long. I found the lump in like March. I called and made a doctor's appointment in July. The doctors couldn't see me until September. So when I went to go to the doctor in September, I couldn't go to get it looked at or even have a mammogram till October.
Okay.
And need I mind you that I ain't even old enough to get a mammogram. You know,
Exactly.
it was like 40, I think.
Yeah.
I think, and I wasn't old enough, so just because of the situation, they went ahead and checked me out. I got checked out in October, and it's like I had test after test after test after test. So I want to say October, I end up getting a mammogram. So after that, I had to play the waiting game. I had a few doctor's appointments after that. Me being me, scared. I told my family that I overslept.
Okay.
I missed 2 but the time I had been woke all night, early morning, just anticipating on what
It was the fear
when I get to the doctor. So I missed 2 appointments, so it kind of pushed it back a little bit. So finally, I can remember in November, probably like 2 days. It was the week of Thanksgiving. It might have been like that Tuesday. I went to go get a biopsy. They biopsied me, so of course, Thanksgiving was that Thursday. So I continued on with my festivities for the weekend, but worried the whole time. My brothers, my mom, my kids, my uncles, my aunts, all of us just saying, don't worry about it. It's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. We're going to enjoy the weekend while we can.
Right.
So, because we was out of town. We was actually in Georgia that weekend. I came home maybe that Monday. I came home early Monday morning. Did my regular routine to get ready for work. I came home and I took me a nap. The people, they had told me that they would call me. If they didn't call me Monday, that they would reach out to me Tuesday.
Okay.
So, I went to work, working at Boardstone, working 12 hours. I went to work, got off, came home, took my bath, got ready for bed, got in the bed. Because I know I didn't receive a call on Monday, so, I'm trying to figure out what's going on. So, again, no news is good news.
Right.
So my phone rung. Tuesday, I was asleep. It woke me up probably about 12. About 12. I just happened to look at the phone and I seen Lancaster Women's Center. I didn't do nothing but shake my head. I was scared. I didn't want to answer the phone because I really didn't know what they was gonna tell me.
Right.
So I was anticipating. I was saying, should I answer this phone or should I not? But me so to know what they're gonna say, I went ahead and answered the phone, and the lady asked to speak. Can I speak to Sabrina Isom? And I was like, speaking. And she was like, this is such and such from Lancaster Women's Center, and we got your test results back, and you have cancer.
Mm-hmm.
I really didn't know how to feel.
Yeah.
I didn't know how to feel. I didn't know what to say.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know what to think. My emotions was running high.
Yes.
So I sat there for a minute. I had to get myself together. I said I wasn't gonna tell nobody, but I ended up laying there just crying.
Mm-hmm.
So finally I got myself together. I called my mom and I told her, and I called a friend girl that I got that she live in Newberry. So I called her
Okay.
and just cried. And that was it. And it seemed like my life changed immediately right after that.
Mm-hmm.
And,
Absolutely. It is definitely, when you get that news, it is definitely life changing.
Oh yeah.
It is definitely.
and one thing about it, like, people feel like they got to be sick or something wrong with them because they get cancer. You can be a perfectly healthy person.
Yep.
Get cancer, because I didn't have no issues, no blood pressure
None.
problems,
Exactly.
not taking no medicine or nothing.
Mm-mm.
And
And
yeah, absolutely.
and
Absolutely. I'm sorry, go ahead.
and to find out that I had cancer at the age of 37 with 3 kids plus my niece and nephew, I was devastated. I didn't know where to go from here. I didn't know where to go, what I was gonna do. Wasn't gonna even live or die.
Right.
Right.
It's like you get thrown into this situation, and I'm like you and like Gail. I too helped. I thought I was healthy, and how I found my lump. I was exercising after work one day at home, and I was doing Zumba, and was doing a Zumba move, and my left arm rubbed against my left breast, and I felt the lump. And I called my mom, and my mom said, just like you, Gail, she was like, it was probably a cyst. Go to the doctor, get it checked out. And once the next day, I called my primary doctor. He got me in for an exam, and he was like, something's not right. Let's go ahead and schedule you for a mammogram. And again, mammograms, you couldn't get mammograms like you said, Sabrina, at the age of 40. I'm 36. And so because of that situation, he went on ahead and got that done, and ended up having to have a biopsy done on February 26th of 2014. And I got my call the very next day on February 27th. I'll never forget it because it's my aunt's birthday, February 27th. And I can remember, and it's crazy how you can remember what you were
What
doing
happened?
at the exact time, at the exact point when that phone rang. For me, I was getting ready. I was packing. I had stayed home that day because I was sore from my biopsy, and I was packing to actually come home that weekend. I was actually coming to Chester. I was going to CIAA that weekend, and I got the call. The nurse said, "We need to bring you back in because yes, it's breast cancer." And I dropped to the floor because it felt like somebody just punched me in the gut.
Yep.
I didn't know what to do, and it was like she kept asking me all these questions, and I'm like, I can't talk to you right now. I need to call my mom.
Right.
My mom, and my mom still, is back in Chester. So I'm trying to get off the phone with her. I'm calling my mom, so I can call her, and then that's when the ball got rolling. So it's like, I'm so glad that, a couple of things that you said, Sabrina, as you were sharing your story, and again, thank you for that. That you said that really hit home. You have to, if you notice anything different in your body, any changes, don't wait. And you waited, Sabrina. I'm glad you didn't wait because did, you wouldn't be here today. You would be right here in the tea room sharing your story, and I am so thankful. I'm so thankful. So that is
I waited too long. I waited too long because, to be honest,
well, you're here.
When my friend got found it, you know, it was a night. He kept saying, "You're not gonna go get checked out." I kept telling him, "I'm going, I'm going, I'm going." So every time he asked me questions, you know, I kind of brushed it off. He'd be like, "You made an appointment?" I'm like, "I'm gonna call him," but they were so full because I really feel like if I had waited longer than I did, I would have been dead in 6 months. My cancer was so aggressive, like it was real aggressive. It was so aggressive.
Yours
And my knot was like it was like 4.5 centimeters big when I went to the doctor. When they
you had to start treatment right away.
Right.
And so
I started my treatment 3 days before Christmas, and I was sick as a dog. Sick as a dog. The 22nd, sick as a dog.
But I thank God that you are here. The both of you are here. You are strong. You are beautiful. You are here. You are thriving. You are doing it, and you are sharing your stories. Question for the both of you: how important was having how important was your faith? Because knowing the both of you, and because we are again from the same hometown, and knowing your families, how big did faith play a part?
For me, it played a huge part. You know, we always say we walk by faith. When you in a position like this, you don't know you're gonna live or die. That's when your faith gonna kick in. At first, honey, I cried. I was like Sabrina. I cried. I cried. But it's something about a relationship with God.
Yes.
A relationship with God. It's like the Holy Spirit hits you and reminds you, who are you? Basically, who are you? I cried and cried and cried. And I'm telling you, when it came down to my father-in-law and my mom, when I told them, they looked at me and just say, "You gonna be fine," that even made me feel stronger. I just like, okay, if they have this faith, okay. And even though I still cried, and one day it just hit me. I just like, I gotta get myself together. Oh, I got to walk by faith. This God I'm praying to, who I talk to all the time. I say, right now, I got to believe that He gonna bring me through this. I had to believe that, and I just started walking in it. I had the attitude like, okay, God, let's get it on. Let's start this chemo now, because I'm ready to get back with my life. And that, I talked to Him like I talked to anybody else. I'm like, I'm ready to get through this. And then when I take that first chemo, I was down. Man was down for 3 weeks.
And that chemo is no joke.
Oh yeah, it tear that body down.
Yes, it does. And I remember my very first chemo treatment. My family had came up from Chester, and my mama was sitting beside me as the nurse was putting because I started Adriamycin first. It was the red chemo.
It's so
they call
it kills everything.
It kills everything in your body, and they call it the red devil. And I remember distinctly as they were pumping the Adriamycin into my body, I started crying, and Mama kept saying, "Don't cry, Tisha." She said, "Don't think of it as Adriamycin. Think of it, that's the blood of Jesus going through your body. That is the blood of Jesus going through your body and heal." And once she said that, let's do it.
Oh yes.
And my aunt Tammy, she would always tell me, whenever she would come visit, she would always say frog. And I was like, what is frog? And the acronym is FROG, fully rely on God. And from that moment on, every time I saw her, we had shirts made that said frog on it. And whenever I would go have treatments, I would wear it. I would think about the the words, think about what my mama said. But yeah, I had to have a talk, a one-on-one talk with God. Lord, it's me and you. These doctors have told me I have cancer. I'm 36 years old. I don't have time for this. And I had to get in that mindset. Okay, we're gonna beat this.
Mm-hmm.
You said that by your stripes, I am healed.
I'm healed.
And I had to take that, and I had to take that. I had to have that mindset, because that's half your battle. If you don't have that mindset of I'm gonna beat this thing, it's already. If you don't have that attitude, it's going to beat you.
That's
and it was nothing but the blood of Jesus. Yes, Jasmine, it was nothing but the blood of Jesus that healed all three of us.
oh yeah.
I'm just so thankful. Again, I'm so thankful that we were in a position where we were, brought up knowing that in our faith, and we really had to activate it. We really had to tap into it
Yes.
and really rely on it in order to for us to get through it. So I'm so thankful. Any other thoughts that you want to share with that?
I'm just saying, yes, you really had to rely on God, because our faith was tested.
Yes, it was.
You know what I'm saying? No matter how much you feel like it can't happen to you, but it can.
Oh yes.
Yes.
And then when you think of the word cancer, you think of old people. You think
right.
older people get cancer. You don't think that me, 37 years old, that I can have cancer. I'm too young for this.
Exactly.
That's the first thing I thought. I'm too young for this, and I don't know what I'm gonna do. And again, I cried. But even through this whole process, though, I cried every day. I cried in the shower, because I had to be strong for me and my children. I didn't want them to see me crying. So, physically and mentally, I had to get my thoughts together to myself, me and God. And I just cried and I prayed every single day. Because to be honest, I actually thought I was going to die. Because the saying, they say, when somebody come, or when somebody's supposed to be born into the family, somebody die. So my daughter happened to be pregnant at the time. So, when she told me, I didn't really know how to feel. I didn't know whether I needed to be excited or whether I needed to cry. But it was just a bit much. It was a bit much, and you just didn't know. And the support system, having the right support system, means
everything.
Because people, it just gives you a different outlook on life. If you're like, before you really before it happened to you, you would think, it could be somebody in your family or whatever. You don't really look at it. You don't really look at it as you should. You know what I'm saying? What can I do this, or what can I do to help them? But when you find out that you got cancer, or when it hit close to home, it's just you just view things different, very different. And you trying to see, what happened next. And even through my whole process, I never. I questioned God about a lot of things, but I never questioned him and asked him, why me? Because why not me? Who am I? Some things happen to the best of us. I never questioned him, asking him, why me, Lord? Why me, Lord? That's never been a question of mine. It's not during my cancer. So it was very different. It was rough. And I feel like without the faith of God and a good support system, you can't make it. You cannot. You need somebody pushing you. Because I know the first treatment that I took, I cried. I called my mama and I told her, I said, I ain't going back. She said, you ain't going back? I said, no. She's like, so you telling me you just gonna give up just like that? I was like, Mom, I'm not going back. Whatever gonna happen, gonna happen. She said, okay. She said, I can't force you. I can't make you. She said, but if you change your mind, just call me. Because she was there every step of the way. Every treatment, every doctor's appointment.
Everything, all of
everything.
Yep.
If I had to breathe the wrong way, she would have knew I breathed the wrong way. So
Yeah.
that was my mama. She was there for all of my treatments except for one. And that only one, she had one, my aunt, to step in, take her place until she got back for the next. Yep.
yeah, my mom was there. I mean, my children was there too. My brothers, you know,
Mhm.
they was him, and physically and mentally, you know, they all was there financially. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? Because
Yes.
without the help of my oldest daughter, one of my aunts, a first cousin, and my brothers, I don't know I don't know how I would have did it without them. My
Because
mom, I
cancer,
don't know
I'm
how.
telling you, cancer is a beast because it not only affects your body, but it's expensive. It
Right.
affects you financially. It affects you mentally,
Mm-hmm.
physically. I mean, psychologically. I mean, every part, every aspect of your life is affected by cancer, and even after cancer. Now that we're on the other side and we're in remission and we're thriving, there's there are still
That
things that
chemo brain.
chemo brain. I'm
Mm-hmm.
9 years in and I still have it, and it gets frustrating at times. And people don't understand it. You've gone through it, and sometimes it's like what you want to say, but it's
It
like
just
right on the tip of it's on the
disappear.
tip
It
and it just
disappear.
disappeared, or
It
it's just on the tip of your
disappear.
tongue and you can't figure out that right word the
So
right word to come out, and
can't even put it
it
in
does get
place.
frustrating.
Right.
But again, now that we're on the other side of cancer and we are living our best lives, and like Sabrina said, it does put our lives in a different perspective. What are some things that, and again, another question for both of you, just chime in. What are you doing to help educate the community? Since this is this is our hometown episode. What are we doing what are some things that can be done in Chester, in the surrounding areas, in Lancaster, Rock Hill, Fort Mill, even Charlotte? What are some things that can be done to educate our community, especially the African American community, because we are a people that we die at a 40% higher rate than our counterparts. We are a community that will wait and will self-medicate, or we'll pray about it, and until we can't do anything, until it gets too late, and then we'll go to the doctor, and then by that time it's not such a good diagnosis. So what are some things that we can do to educate our community, educate the women, the girls even, in Chester and the surrounding areas, on breast cancer, and how we can actually bridge that gap?
Encourage them to go get tested. Don't wait.
Absolutely. Do
And,
not
and
wait.
the thing about it, if you have family members that's been diagnosed or done battled cancer, if it's genetic, please go get tested. Genetic testing, because if you have a family member that done been that done had cancer, they'll give you um genetic testing for free, depending on the relationship. You
Okay.
know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Because my mom got tested, my dad could have got tested, my kids could have got tested, but it's just you need to get tested. It's
Absolutely.
it,
And I know,
it's a whole lot, like,
yes.
and then you just don't know exactly what to think, what to
Mm-hmm.
expect until it happened to you, and sometimes when it happens to you, it's too late.
Absolutely. And I want to also include, because not only do women get breast cancer, but men too.
Me,
Right.
Men
mm-hmm.
also get, so let me rephrase, how can we educate the entire community, but more importantly, the African American community. I know that the alumni chapter of Delta Sigma Theta sorority, the Chester alumni chapter of Delta Sigma Theta sorority incorporated, they do a breast cancer walk every year in Chester, I do believe, and I saw a flyer that they posted on social media that is actually coming up. Gail, is that something that that you participate in with them yearly, or? And I know that you also do. You've done speaking engagements, because we actually did a speaking engagement together.
Yeah.
So I know that is one way that I know that you are advocating, because that's advocacy. Just sharing your story. Sabrina, you advocate. If you don't realize it, you are advocating that, sharing your story, because you never know who is out there watching,
Who's listening?
and who's listening, who's watching, who may be going through it, and just be like, oh, these three women went through it, and I'm going through it. And if they got through it, I know that I can get through it.
And then you never know, like, the information that you share or the stuff that you say, how it might help somebody else.
Right.
Absolutely.
Even though, like, all of us could have had the same type cancer, but went through so much stuff so differently.
Right.
So your story could have been your story, mine could have been mine, Gail's could have been hers.
Yes.
But it still could have touched somebody in some type of way to help them.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Now, Gail, are you still doing speaking engagements? Are you, what are some things that you're doing?
Yes. When people, most of the time when someone asks me around this time of the year,
yes,
if I'm available,
mm-hmm.
I will speak.
Okay.
But I try my best to educate about cancer. And I do walk with the Deltas every year when they do their walk. But I just feel that our churches also just need to, I say 3 times, every 3 months or something, bring it up, because we need to know our body. You got to get the body. You can go get tested and everything, and then it don't show up. But from you knowing your body, if you found your lump, you knew it wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like get to know your body. I try my best to educate. I'm gonna say, like, the Holy Spirit let me know. And and then, I'm also a hairstylist. And when I listen to ladies that sit in my chair, most of the time that's when I educate them on that.
Okay.
Women's have walked up to me and just want to talk about it, and that's fine. I'm an open book. I don't mind sharing of what God done brought me through.
Absolutely.
God. And it's okay if some people can't share it, but I look at it like this: for my God to bring me through this, He brought me through this for a reason.
I'm gonna tell every last person that's gonna listen.
Yeah.
Look what God has done for me.
Right.
I'm gonna tell you.
Most definitely, because if He bring you to it, He most definitely gonna bring you through.
Thank you.
You better say that. Say that again, Sabrina.
He brought me this far to leave me. If He bring you to it, He gonna bring you through it.
Oh yeah.
He gonna bring you through.
Oh yeah.
He gonna bring you through. Absolutely.
Oh yes.
And so Sabrina, I know that you are starting up a nonprofit.
Yes, ma'am.
Would you like to share share a little bit about that?
Yes, ma'am. I'm actually forming a nonprofit. And it's called Pink and Purple Battles. Okay. It's for people that's battling cancer, that done battled cancer, lupus. And I'm thinking even putting the heart immune disease in it, because people that battle terminal illness, it affects your heart so bad.
It
really bad. Like, you have to take medicine, and I'm one of them. So I know what to expect, and I know what it can do. It may not hurt every single person the same way, but it affects your heart and all that good stuff. But my thing is to form this nonprofit to help people do what I didn't get done. Because for one, like, it was kind of hard to get assistance. Like, again, if it wasn't for my brothers, my mom, my aunt, my cousin, my children, like, I don't know how I would have made it, because we be out here working these jobs, working for other people, making this money, just making them rich. But when we get sick, only thing we get is a supplement.
Right.
That don't even be enough to take care of your daily needs. your monthly needs.
Right.
It wasn't enough. It
Mhm.
wasn't enough.
Mhm.
So the mission of Pink and Purple Battles is to improve the lives of others with
Okay.
cancer and their families.
Okay.
So I mean, through advocacy, and my plan is to continue every year. I'm trying to form a support groups for people that's battling cancer, so they can have somebody to reach out to. Because I know I didn't have nobody.
Mhm.
You know, I didn't know who to reach out to. And when you first find out that you got cancer, you get in the shell.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You go
Yeah.
you go inside a shell. You don't want to talk about it. You don't want to ask questions. You be shamed. You don't want nobody to know that you're battling cancer. You don't want nobody to know what you got going on.
Mhm.
It's like you want to know,
Mhm.
but and you need to know, but you shame to ask.
Right.
Yeah. That pride.
Or you feel like it's so many people to be in your business, or like why you want to know if
Mhm.
you're not trying to add to what I'm going through.
Right.
Right.
Do you
Right.
want to know because you're gonna add or you're gonna subtract? So
Mhm.
and I know that these nonprofits, some of them, or I say maybe then, they ask for so much stuff. Like they was asking me for check stubs. They was asking for. I'm not saying that I'm not gonna ask for certain things, but I mean they just asked for so much stuff that I feel like was necessary,
Right.
unnecessary.
Mhm.
And the last thing that you want to worry about while you trying to fight for your life is a bill collector,
Right.
or
Exactly.
how you gonna pay this bill. Is my light gonna get turned off in the
Mhm.
process of me sitting here praying to God, asking God, am I gonna live?
Yeah.
Can I buy my kids some groceries? Can I buy them their next pair of shoes? Or can I buy them their
Mhm.
outfit during school term? Or
Mhm.
can I even put gas in my car?
Right.
Can I even make it to my next doctor's appointment?
Appointment.
You know, it's a whole lot of help supposedly out there, but I mean you don't know of them,
Mhm.
and it's none in the surrounding areas. So you know, Pink and Purple, it was just a
Yeah.
research for me, and I felt like it just was real important
This your
because
assignment.
I
This
I
your
knew I
assignment.
knew I knew what I went through. I knew what I went through, and I know what I didn't have.
Right.
So I want to be the go-to person. If you need something, you need gas, you need this, you need that. I want my non-profit organization to be able to help anybody in need
Right. That is
without
so great,
any
Sabrina.
stipulations. Like I mean, because like I said again, you don't even know like what's going on. You don't know how you gonna get to your next doctor's appointment. Because I know
Uh-huh.
for me myself, I had like 3 and 4 doctor's appointments a week
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
going,
It's a lot.
because you know that's a lot going to Charlotte every day. And I
Mhm.
took my treatments in Charlotte, and then some days you had to go up the road before your treatment. You had to draw blood the day before,
Yep.
because if you didn't draw blood the day before, if your AC levels wasn't on point, you
Point.
couldn't get
You
treatment the
couldn't
next
even
day.
get
Right.
treatment.
So
Exactly.
it was a whole it was just a whole lot.
Mhm.
It was just a whole lot. And I feel like if I can make the life of somebody else easier by not having to worry about that, to get funding and to support these people, that's what I want to do, because it's nothing in the surrounding areas. Nothing. Not that I know of. I know they, you know, lately since I've been researching, you know, I done heard
Mhm.
that it's a group in Fort Mill, or it's a
Mhm.
nonprofit in Fort Mill, but I never heard of it. Everybody was so far off, and I never received anything from anybody.
We need
So
something
you know,
local.
yes, we do, and I'm trying to cover the Richburg, Chester, Lancaster, Fort Long,
Mhm.
Rock Hill, all those areas, because I mean it's just so much. And right now, cancer is a big word.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Yes,
Every
it is.
time you turn around, somebody got
Yep.
cancer, somebody got
Mhm.
cancer, somebody got
Mhm.
cancer.
Mhm.
And it wasn't as potent as it is now. Like the old people say potent. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
It's something so strong. Like
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
And
It is.
I'm just trying to be a voice. And I just want to be the voice, so when people need to ask questions, I mean it can be something as little as, am I gonna feel sick? How long am I gonna feel sick? What
Mhm.
did you
Mhm.
do? What can
Mhm.
I do? You know,
Mhm.
because if you don't know if you don't ask.
That's
Yeah,
right.
absolutely.
Hmm.
So
You don't
pink and
know.
purple
There's no
battles is getting ready to come.
Yeah.
right,
Yes.
and there's no wrong or right answer
Yeah.
to questions about cancer. I mean, some people may feel like, well, I don't want to ask that. That's a stupid question. Ask what you need, because you don't know.
You don't. You
You
don't.
don't know, and just because you feel like it's a stupid question, or maybe the next person may feel like a stupid question, it may be actually a good question
That's a good question for
because
somebody
it
else.
might be yes, it might be a good question, but
Absolutely.
I'm
Absolutely.
I'm trying to let pink and purple take off though.
I know.
Pink and purple need to take
Well, for
off.
those out there watching, heard it, purple battles is getting ready to take off, and please reach out to Sabrina and please help in any way that you can to help her get this nonprofit um, off the ground, because this is something that is definitely needed
Oh yeah.
in the area, so in the local community. So please do whatever you can, reach out to her, so that pink and purple battles can hit the ground running, because
Thrive.
this is such a needed group of support system that our community needs in order for us to get through breast cancer. So
because
I'm excited
because
about that.
patient support and all of that is very important. And then the thing is, like, people, family members that have a loved one battling, please give them all the support you can
Oh
give
yeah.
them, because just
Absolutely.
even if it ain't nothing but a phone call, even if it ain't nothing but a hug, even if it ain't nothing but just simply saying I love you. I
Mhm.
mean,
Mhm.
of course, you don't need everybody to pray for you, but of course,
Yeah.
all the support is
Oh
needed. Is
yeah.
needed.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely. Ladies, tell me something that you do just to bring some joy, to your life. What do you do?
I cry.
Hey, I'm a cry.
I cry sometimes.
I,
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 I love
I
music. I dance. I listen to music.
most
Yes.
definitely. But me and my I ride too. I
Okay.
ride and listen to my
Uh-huh.
music. You'll be surprised. Sometimes I ride for hours.
Okay.
Hmm.
Gail, what about you?
I do about the same
Okay.
thing that y'all. I basically I go out and ride and just go to I love parks. I love to go to a park and just relax. Mm.
Because we definitely,
I'd be scared to go
because we
to a
want to
park.
live.
People crazy.
Huh?
I'd be scared to go to the park. People crazy.
People
I
are,
don't know if somebody
you're
gonna
right.
hit.
People are crazy.
Woo.
People are crazy these days. But yes, but definitely get out, because like we said earlier in our chat, cancer does it, once you go through it, you live your life in a different perspective.
Once you go
Um,
through it, it's like you're a doctor now. You're a doctor. You can educate
you know,
anybody on
you know,
anything. Right.
Yeah.
you've been through it,
Mm.
Because I
so
got my
you can
PhD
share.
5 years ago. 5 years ago, I got my
Go ahead, Dr.
PhD, baby.
Sabrina. Go ahead, Dr. Sabrina. Amen. But yes, it does put your life in a different perspective, and you try to live your life. You live your life to the fullest, and you do things that make your soul happy. You do things that make you happy, that bring you joy. I know for me, traveling, eating. I love to eat. Spending time with family and friends. And music. Oh my gosh, I can listen to music all day. I'm old school, so I can listen to that old school music all day. But just do what makes you so happy. Live life to the fullest, because shoot, that cancer tried to kill us,
Oh yeah.
but by the
Cancer
grace
put
of
you in
God,
survival
but
mode.
it does, it really does. But by the grace of
Survival mode.
God, God kept us, because God has something better, God has something that He needs for us to do in this world, and we are doing it by living and giving Him all the glory, the honor, and the praise, and out here educating and making sure that our people being educated on this disease, and that if they do get it, they know what to do. And so with that being said, I'm going to have you two just to give some final thoughts, any final thoughts that you want to share with everyone before we close out, because I could talk to you two all day, because I feel I'm back at home. This is home, my home girl. So Gail, any final thoughts?
Well, my final
Share with
thought,
everyone?
get to know your body. Get to know your body. It's your body. Touch on, and you know when something is out of place. Then, financial stuff. Ask your doctor what's out there. It's good to ask them, because they know a lot of stuff that you can get in touch with and everything. But I was about like Sabrina. I didn't know a lot of stuff, and nobody didn't tell me till I was at the end of my battle.
Right.
But yeah, it's a lot of stuff out there. But you just gotta get in touch with the right people. But ask your doctor.
You heard.
They be acting like they don't know. Sometimes they don't be very informative. Sometimes. Well, the doctors I had, because like after a while, like my nurse, she was very good. Like, you know, the lady that I talked to a lot, she was real good at Atrium. And like they was telling you about how they have these support groups, they have meetings and all this other stuff. But I don't know, some of them just really didn't make you feel welcoming. You know, like make you feel like you was in the right place. It makes you feel like you was out of place. So a whole lot of them, I ain't gonna say that I didn't go to any. I went to a few, but I didn't keep it up. Maybe because it was way in Charlotte, or I don't know. I just didn't feel the love with them. So
and when you don't, that's when you know you need to go to see somebody else. You need to go somewhere else until you do feel that love. So that's a good word. When you're not feeling it.
And sometimes you just don't know. You just don't know. You can give, like you could give somebody, you know, you could be on your last leg and you can give somebody hope just from your words of encouragement, telling them, you know.
Right.
And again, like I said, I cried and I prayed. And I don't know if y'all know Savage, if y'all familiar with Savage, but he had just made this song called "I Beat the Race," and where I won the case to beat the race. That was my theme song. That got me through it. You know what I'm saying? I'm in the house. That was me. That was for me. That song was just for me. So
21 Savage.
Yeah. No. No. Oh. No, not 21 Savage. His name is his name is Quan.
Okay.
But his name is Savage. His rap name is Savage.
Okay.
So yeah, he from Chester.
Music. Music will get you. Music will get you through. Well, big shout out to Savage then for I need to listen to that.
Yeah.
Well, with that being said, ladies, I don't know about you all that is out there watching and listening, but I have truly, truly been blessed today by your stories. I am just so thankful that you two again took the time to come to the tea room and just chat and just share your stories, share your experiences. My heart is full. I don't know about anybody else, but I know mine is full. I'm just so thankful that you two are here. You are thriving. And like I tell all of my guests that come into the team room, this is not your last time, so you will be back.
Okay.
So I can't wait for Pink and Purple Battles to get up and thriving, because you gonna.
I need you to come. I need you to come. I need you to come. You too, Miss Gail. I need y'all to come. I need for y'all to be participants.
We are there.
We are there. Get off of here. I'm gonna hit you up before soon as we get off of here.
Well,
Yeah, I need y'all to come.
y'all have my information. So whenever you get it up and running, you ready for me, Sabrina? You let me know.
Well,
Um,
I'm having a gala October 21st at 4 o'clock.
Oh,
I mean, I have some survivors. That's supposed
okay,
to attend.
okay,
I have a few that's supposed to speak and tell their story. I have 3 of them. I'm actually gonna have more than, I don't know, maybe about 20, maybe
okay,
20 survivors.
okay.
But I
So,
love if either
so
one
if
of y'all can join me.
anyone wants to get in touch, follow you and get in touch with you about Pink and Purple, this gala, how can they reach out to you? What's your contact?
Um,
Give us your social media handle so that they can follow you if you're going to
they
be
can
posting
follow me.
things on your own.
Well, I actually have I have a Facebook page of Pink and Purple Battles. So they can find the page and they can send me a friend request
Okay.
if they're if they would like. But they also can reach me on my personal page. Send me a message asking me, trying to get in touch with some of the information about. I'll be as informative as I can,
Okay.
to let them know like what's going on about my event. But for the most part, it's nothing. It's 50 Shades of Pink.
Okay.
It's at 4 o'clock in Rock Hill on 2351 Leslie Highway.
Okay.
I plan on having some good stuff that day, but I'm also trying to get people to come out and donate.
Okay.
Donate to support the cause because it's a good cause, and this the first one, not the last one.
okay.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
I plan on doing it every year, same
Okay.
time, and I chose to do it in October because I know October is breast cancer awareness, but
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to have awareness over all cancers, not just breast cancer.
Okay.
For
Absolutely.
men and women, not just men. I mean, not just women, men
For
and women.
men and women.
Because
Perfect.
cause cancer is just a terrible word. Like it just does a job to
It
everybody's
does.
body.
And you're on Facebook on your name on Facebook is Sabrina Isom, correct? So if
Correct.
anybody wants to send you a friend request, that is how you can get in touch, get in contact with Sabrina. Gail, how can everyone follow you on social media?
I'm on Facebook and Instagram. It's Gail. It is Gail
Oh,
on both.
okay.
Mm-hmm.
And Gail, what year did you graduate high school?
89.
All right, so I'm gonna give a shout out to the class of '89. I am class of '96, and Sabrina, you are class of
97.
'97. So we got class of '89, class of '96, and class of '97. Shout out to Chester Senior High School,
Yes.
Chester, South Carolina. Woo, home of the Cyclones. With that being said, ladies, oh, this has been such a wonderful, wonderful chat. I'm so excited. This was wonderful. With that being said, this is Tisha, your favorite breast cancer survivor from Tisha's Tea Room, the place where conversations conquer cancer. Wishing everyone and you two ladies, wishing you all just a wonderful rest of your day. I wish you peace. I wish you health. And we're gonna end it. My Aunt Tammy talking about I'm 88 in the house. 96. 96. 96. All right, but we're gonna end it up because I like to dance. So I like to sing and dance. So we're gonna end it on some Mary J. Blige because she's like my best friend in my head. So we're gonna end it with a little bit of Mary and love music. And every time I hear something hot, it makes me want to move. It makes me want to have fun. So we're gonna do a little bit of dance and we're gonna jam because we are thriving, we are doing it. Pink and Purple Battles is about to blow up.
So you dancing. So you showing us some moves.
Oh yeah, I'm showing some moves. I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna do when I come to the game.
Just make sure you have your pink on when you come now.
Oh, don't worry, I'm gonna have my pink. I'm gonna have my pink.
Right.
All right, ladies, I love y'all so much. Thank you. With that being said, have a great rest of your day, ladies.
You too.
Love
You
y'all.
too.
Take
Love
care.
you too.